another fun day of the Poor Man's Bodywork series.
Well, I think this is all we're going to do tonight. May have to leave the bumper off tonight because I got to take it and do that thing down here yet. That's the best I can do. I'm never going to get it perfect. So. Good morning, folks. Here it is, another day in Funland. What we're going to do today, first of all, I'll show you what I have done off camera. This is this angle bracket that I bought at the hardware store. I had a hell of a time drilling this out on the drill press. Matter of fact, there was a 5/8 drill on it, and it jammed, and the chuck kept falling off the drill press. I finally got it, but I had to make another hole so that they line up, so that they were too close together here versus this, and then I had to cut it. Took me an awful long time. It took me over an hour to make that up. So we got that done, and what we're going to do now is we got to bring this red over to here. Of course, it's all been painted over and bondoed over and everything, so we got to try to make this arrangement here. So what I got to do is make a template, and I've already started on that. I'll show you. We got to make a template of this arrangement here. We're not using this lower on the pasture side. We're not using this lower pinstripe because it's all messed up on there. So what I did is I traced this out. It took me a long time to cut and try, because this is not tracing paper. And we get the form like that. So we start on this ridge here, which is pretty well covered up with Bondo on the other side, but I'll show you. All right, what we're going to do is we reverse this, and this will be red here. This will be continued to be painted red, and this is going to be lightly, we got a little spray that, I masked it, but I didn't put newspaper on here, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to just hand paint that with the red if the red paint didn't dry up on me. So what I have to do here is, this is how she's got to go, like that. So I put tape here, but I got to move that. So I got to make kind of like a reverse template. So I'll simply tape up here. We're not spraying, of course. This is red paint we brushed on, and we're going to be doing that. What I want to do is to get this on this seam. You can see a little bit of the seam here, and this is covered up with Bondo, but that's all right. That's what I wanted to do anyways. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have to remove this masking tape to a certain point here. I'd rather make a reverse pattern on this if I can. In other words, I guess I could do it with masking tape. Let's just see. We got to mask off above it and below it, of course. So let's get this. Naturally, we don't want to mask over here. When we get this masked off, and then, all right, we're going right to here. This pinstripe here has to be renewed. Like I say, the upper pinstripe I'm using, the lower one I'm not. But right for now, we're not using it. So we're going to go like this. Right over there. Now this isn't holding it. I'm holding it. In other words, I'm trying to lay the masking tape out to the outline of this. The hard part is going to be here. But I think I can deal with that, maybe with a single edge razor blade or something. I can go around the masking tape. I think we can do that. I just painted this yesterday. I hope it doesn't pull the paint off. I need more paint. I ran out of white. I'm just about out of white again, but that's all right. It's all minor touch-ups now that are involved. And what we got to do here, we got to get that down there. We got to get that over there. And get that up there. There. Alright. Naturally, I'm going to put something over this. And same with down here. So we're going to lay a strip of... We're going to paint with a brush, of course, with the red. But we still want to have something on there. All right, now the bottom is pretty close. I measured it. It's pretty close. So the only part I got to do is here. Now what I'm going to do here is take a pencil and mark out the outline of this curvature here. We got to reverse this so that we can put this part with masking tape over here. Yeah, so that would be this way after I cut this out. In other words, we'll use this part and not this part. Okay, we're going to cut now. It's like cutting paper dolls out, isn't it? Did you ever cut paper dolls out? I never did. Oh. Perfect, but all right. Now we're going to use this part. Let me get you over here. No way I can make a curve. I tried doing it with masking tape and it doesn't come out good. Let's see, I try to get that. It's not going to be a smooth line, you know, it's just not going to be. Because it just won't stay down here. Now, let's stick some tape up into here. Use this as mask off now. Although, like I say, I'm not spraying it, so it shouldn't matter. But we'll... Now, down at the bottom here, we're going to be painting this gray. We just got to establish a line for that. I haven't put the bumper on yet, and I might have to put it on with wet paint down here. This paint is all dry here. Alright, well, what I'm going to have to do is when I brush this with the foam brush with the red paint, I'm going to have to hold this down. You know, I don't really like that. This I need for here, but I got masking. I have it under there, but it's not right up to the line. That's about as good as I can get it. I'm going to take 320, hit this area with 320 and paint this. Get this red back in here again. And should take care of it. We got it masked up. We're not using this. We're going to renew this line over here, but that's going to be another day because I need to put masking tape on here and here, and you know, have this in between the two pieces of masking tape. We got to do that at another day because we don't want to mask it off the same day. All right. A little bit of paint thinner here to clean that down. I used a paintbrush, dry paintbrush to get the dust off of that. It's going to be a little hard. I probably end up freehanding this, you know. Damn masking tape is sticking out here. I'll never get a perfect curve. I'll just, you know, do the best I can with it. Alright. Put the cover on this before I knock it over. Alright, now we'll get out my Rust-Oleum. This Rust-Oleum's fairly old, but the last time I opened this, it had a big, heavy, thick skin over the top of the paint. And I don't know. I put the cover on tight, but it must have a leak or air hole in here somewhere. Must have a leak somewhere. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is we're going to do this hard area first. The problem with having a skin like that and you break it up, a lot of times you get big chunks in the paint, and that ruins everything. Let's see. I've got the masking tape in the way over there.